Houston heat, y'all, is no joke, and it's causing problems for technology, especially our phones.
I've just learned this since coming to Houston.
Oh, yeah? You had a problem?
Yes. CNET's mobile expert Lisa Edachico is here with how the heat's impacting our phones and ways to fix it. Eda, thank you so much. Edachico, thanks for coming to Houston's Morning Show this morning. So first, how can this Houston heat impact our phones? And I've learned from experience after having it on a bracket on my window and the phone just stopped working.
Oh, no.
Yeah, absolutely. So heat is never good for technology, and that applies to phones as well. So as you mentioned, some of the most common reasons behind overheating is leaving your phone in a hot place. So if you're at the beach, leaving it out in the sun, leaving it in a hot car, leaving it on a windowsill where it can be directly exposed to sunlight, these are all things that can possibly make your phone overheat. But there are also some other reasons why your phone might overheat, and that could be because there's a software bug or because there's an issue with a battery or something like that. But it is something that you should pay attention to if you notice it.
Okay, so beyond just feeling like it's very hot, is there any other sign that our phone might be struggling in the heat?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're correct. Your phone feeling hot to the touch would probably be the biggest clue, but you might also notice your phone slowing down. You might notice it freezing, and you might even notice it shutting down if it's really overwhelmed, because that's kind of what's happening when your phone is overheating. One way or another, it's overwhelmed, either because it's in a really hot environment, or, you know, in some rare cases because it's working too hard, or because there's some kind of issue with the device.
Does this change depending on the brand of the phone? Are some cell phone models more impacted by the heat than others?
It's really hard to say because every company uses its own different components and every device has different specifications. But what I can say based on what I do know about phones is that newer devices tend to have newer processors that are better at power efficiency and heat management and things like that. And these new processors are also usually faster, so they don't get overwhelmed as easily as what you might find in an older phone. So I would hope that newer phones are less prone to overheating, but you really never know. If you leave a phone out in the sunlight, you know, anything can happen to it. So it's best to be careful.
So what can we do, Lisa, if we do have to be outside, or if we are at the beach or the lake, to keep our phones from overheating?
I would say make sure you're not leaving your phone out in the sunlight for a long period of time. You know, if you're at a picnic or at the beach, try keeping it in your bag or in the shade if you can. That can go a long way. And if you do notice it overheating, I would take the case off of it if you can. If you're indoors, maybe try putting it near an air conditioner or a fan for a little bit to cool it down. And if it's really starting to heat up, just shut it down for a few minutes. That gives the processor a chance to reset and kind of gives the phone a chance to calm down for a bit.
Okay. Well, CNET's mobile expert Lisa Edachico, thanks for joining us. And I like the Super Nintendo joystick behind you, too. That's great.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate it.